No, don't record it yet.
That's already recording. I think he's gonna fucking edit it tomorrow. I think he's saying he's too fucking sick to have a fucking wiener today.
Okay.
So let's talk shit on him for the first 10 minutes of this episode. God damn, bro. Me and you, mano, fucking one of the most favorable guys in the business. Fucking Joe, myself, one suit senpai, and the man, the myth, the legend is not here today because he's being a fucking pussy. He said he's sick or something like that, right?
Something like that.
This episode actually was just so bad that he didn't want to fucking even review it, and I think he's done with the series after this.
I think that's what it is. Hey, he said if
Literally,
if the zombie episode tanked, he's gonna just throw away the whole series. I don't
and
think it was bad. I don't think it was bad.
oh my fucking god, yo! So let's start off right. Last week we reviewed the last two episodes. Give me just start with a refresher on that for us, and then we'll jump into this week's episode. This way,
All right.
yeah, I'll shut the fuck up and let you get it in.
Yeah. So last week I didn't get to make the review, but I had a few thoughts. I think so. Let's start with episode. What was it? Episode 3. We had what if the Avengers all pretty much died. Um, I it wasn't my favorite episode, but I thought it was a cool episode because they all died pretty easily, and they all can die pretty easily, I guess.
No,
Given if
no.
given if somebody knows their weaknesses, especially you got to remember Hank Pym is a genius. He's a Tony Stark level genius. So I mean, could he pull it off? I wouldn't put it past him, right?
No,
But
so but Iron Man, right? Um,
yeah,
his suit can tell his toxicity level, what's affecting him, come up with a cure for fucking diseases and shit. Like, am I right or am I wrong?
well, not at the point that he got killed. That
Because
was
it was brand new as soon as he fucking pretty much right after that first movie ended. It seemed like, right?
I think it was this. What was it? The start of episode. The start of. It was the start of part 2, right? So he still didn't have that nanotechnology. Remember it was part 3 where he started introducing the nanotechnology. Actually, that was the whole villain, right? For part 3 was I'm drawing a blank.
No, so they did a nanotechnology poison, right, to kill him essentially, because he was already poisoned from something, and they were trying to save his life. Old boy injected poison into the serum that they put in his neck. Fuck them up. That was the
No,
first death.
it was Ant-Man. Ant-Man injected him. I mean, Hank Pym when he went in and then he fucked with his heart and shit, killed him. Boom.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Whoa. So that you
yeah,
explain it to me like that. All right. So when I'm watching it, right, I don't think I put that nigga shrinking and going into the serum
yeah,
until you
yeah,
just said it. Okay, that
yeah.
helps me. That helps
So
me so much. All right, yeah.
right.
Okay, that death works for me then.
So but even then, at that time of that death, you thought it was a poison, right? Because
Mm,
they didn't reveal that shit until later on.
till the
But the
very
point,
end, and I was already so
right,
pissed off at it, and thought, okay, yeah, you're helping
right,
me.
yeah, yeah, you were done with that shit already. Now everybody's suspicion was when Hawkeye died in the cell. There was no. I thought it was Loki. I thought it was Loki because
Mm,
Loki had he's a master magician. He could have easily have pulled that off, but it was Hank Pym. He did it,
mm.
and it made a lot of sense. It made a lot of sense. The episode was like they explained it good. It
All
wasn't
right,
tasteful because it wasn't
Thor,
tasteful because
Thor and the
yeah,
Incredible Hulk dying. Can you jump on that for me? All right, so
I
you
can't, I can't,
just. All right,
I
thank
can't,
you,
I can't,
thank you, man. What
I
do
can't.
you?
That's tough.
Because
That's
I want to
tough.
be quick on these two, right? Because they're watching for what a review of this episode is. What tea bags are you giving that episode?
That episode, uh, I would give it probably a 2.5 because we didn't need it.
God damn, you said 2.5.
We we
Well,
didn't need that
that's the
episode. I
thing.
didn't.
But like, if you are gonna make an episode, why not make an episode?
Right, and it's a what if episode. I get it. It's all these. We don't need any of these episodes. Let's be honest. We don't need none of them. But
I understand that, but if you're gonna make them good, right? That's my argument. It's like because the next one you're about to talk about, fucking my favorite episode so far, and I fucking loved it. Like if you made a mini
yeah,
movie out of it, I would have been huge if you just added more to it.
yeah,
Right? If you're gonna do it, it's what if. But have fun, be creative, and make something good.
you know,
Talk about that next episode. I'm very surprised that as supportive as you are, 2.5, and I feel like an animation automatically gets this shit a 1 every time,
yeah,
no matter I can't even give these episodes a 0 because I like the animation so much.
yeah. Animation's awesome. There's a few people out there that don't like the animation.
No,
What are you
yeah,
gonna
and I'd understand that, and they'd just be like, "All right, this shit is just not for me."
do? Right,
And I'd be like, "That's
right,
fine. That makes sense."
exactly. Now,
Because there's
all right,
animes that I didn't even like that had shitty animation, and then I went back and watched it, and I was like, "That is so fucking good." And the animation
right,
grows on you because the story is so good.
right. All right, so let's talk about the Doctor Strange episode because I mean, hands down, is the best episode so far. Hands down. Nothing's coming close, right? That episode, straight off rip, I'm gonna give that 5.
That's
Right
what
off
I
rip,
did. That's the only
I'm
fucking
giving it
one
a
that I
5.
gave such high mark. What was your next favorite episode?
My next favorite episode is my next favorite episode was the Captain Carter, the first episode.
Yo, so I think me and you are similar, right? As courteous as you are to everybody, right?
Right.
Like I thought she was a little butch and shit, but you know what I mean? That's my second favorite episode as well. So I think we're sitting like we give different like that's fucking she's a bad bitch, bro. Like I'm not even gonna
She
fucking
was.
front on it. And I gave it
She
a low
was.
score, but yeah, we agree.
Yeah. So so
But yeah, talk about this episode.
so Doctor Strange episode was awesome. What if Doctor Strange lost his heart? I think that's what it was called, right? So there was just so much going on in that episode that was awesome. It's hard to talk about one thing, but there's a couple things that are really really important that need to be pointed out, and
Mm.
that's did anybody notice that one of those monsters that one of those mythical beasts that he was the first one that he was trying to conjure so he could suck it, suck the power out of it. That it looked just like the monster that was in the
The
Captain
first
Carter
episode?
episode. Yeah,
Yeah, I think everybody noticed that, right? And then you were
yeah, but
like,
nobody's really talking about that though. Like, hold on, they're starting to kind of mix in a little bit.
okay.
So, what was that dimension that he was drawing those monsters out of? There's some relevance from where that the Tesseract could take
Mm.
people. That in between void. Remember what I said in that first episode? There has to be some in between void. That's where Captain Carter was, and that's why she didn't age, and she came back, and it was like a flash. It's like a timeless void. That's probably where these mythical beasts came from. That where he was trying to conjure them. That, and then the fact that he was starting to become aware of Uatu, the Watcher.
Mm-hmm.
That was when he turned around and he was like he felt the presence of the Watcher. I was like, holy shit, he's reaching a critical level of power. And then at the end, when he was just full blown having conversation with him, that was just I don't know if it was because he was that powerful or if because Uatu decided to reveal himself.
So I think
So
we discussed like, yeah, he had to be that powerful, right? Because they showed two different versions of that, right? I think
right,
midway through when he was sucking power and he's like, I think there's somebody watching me. And then he just
yeah,
ignored it. And then at the
yeah,
end, I think, you know what I mean? They acknowledge that they're talking, yo, you have enough power. Can you fucking reverse this? Nobody can fucking reverse time. It's absolute.
right,
But I think we didn't even have to bring up the tentacles because I think everybody that's been watching this shit has acknowledged that like immediately. Like you were like, oh shit, they're bringing the tentacles back. Um, The reason I didn't say anything, or I don't think anybody's saying anything about it, is because we don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
Or do you know? Or what do you know about
no,
it?
no
Yeah.
clue. No, I mean, at this point, no, I have no clue what that is. I mean, there's some suspicions to a few monsters that they've shown in the MCU or even in the comic canon, but I have no clue what that one. But there's some type of. It seems like they're starting to blend things in a little bit, right?
Yeah. Well, the Doctor Strange episode felt like the easily attributable. Like, I'll be honest, your second favorite episode, my second favorite episode, as much as I shit on it, right? Because I'm a fucking sexist pig. I felt like they did a decent job setting it up for everything else. And then Doctor Strange's episode felt like it tied in episode 1 as well. 2 and 3 really didn't feel like a part of anything. Right, Loki taking over the world.
Yeah.
Episode 2, I can't even fucking remember it.
That was if T'Challa became Star-Lord.
That was a fucking worthless piece of shit.
That's actually so far that's my lowest. I feel like that's my lowest episode. Even though I gave it a higher teabag, but it's the least enjoyable for me.
Well, it's because we're doing it individually, right? But as the whole to the series, it just doesn't feel like it's part of the series. Well, now that we're getting deeper into it,
and naturally we're going to change the order of how we like things.
So. Oh yeah, definitely. So when we review at the end, it's going to be completely because I hated that first episode, but watching some of these other pieces of shit they shit out, yo, let's be for real, man. So you did episode 3. You gave it 2.5 out of 5 tea bags, and then episode 4, Doctor Strange, you gave 5 of 5.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Gonna get a 5 out of 5. That episode was just it was I didn't even know I needed that. That shit was perfect. I mean, perfect as far as a what if, you know what I mean?
No, that's exactly what I said. The same exact words that you're saying. It's just like that shit was locked in. I couldn't have asked for anything better. It's kind of how like an old school Disney movie is, right? Like Bambi, Lion King. Like, yeah, you could do better, but that shit was a solid fucking. It was grade A beef. You know what I mean? Let's move on to this week's episode.
This week's episode 5, Zombie. Okay, so it was titled "What If Zombies." That's it. Written by Matthew Chauncey, but everybody knows that this is loosely based off of Robert Kirkman's run of the Marvel Zombie series, right? I'm not incredibly versed in that series. I know loosely some things from that comic run. What I do know is that this is it's nowhere near what the actual comic run was. The What If episode was nowhere near what the run was. They took a few things from the comic run and they adapted it, but that, like Peter Parker, exactly. He was infected right away, right? Scarlet Witch, man, she was dope in this episode. I'm sorry, she was a freaking beast.
Yo, I'm a hater, man. I thought it was fucking straight trash. I fell asleep the first 2 times I tried to watch it. Tried to watch it last night, fell asleep. Tried to watch it fucking today after I got done work. I'm fucking exhausted. I hit the gym up before I came home, threw it on the TV, passed the fuck out. Ended up having to watch it at like 8 p.m. again before we kicked this shit off. And I was like, this shit is miserable. Like, I popped the energy drink before and just start crushing it. And I was just fucking sad with like the effort put into this. Yo, now mind you, animators fucking great job.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Storytelling. So to me, the same issues I had with the Ant-Man's episode is very similar to the same issues I had here. Right? Is that they fucking kind of dispose of these heroes that fucking I just been growing up on like trash. Like the way
but the what if? Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but the zombies runoff that was the same thing, dude. They all got murked, or they all turned into zombies.
But how do you become a zombie is fucking important to me. Do you get what I'm saying? So like The Walking Dead, one of the best shows on television.
Yeah.
I don't care how many you could do, like fucking 10 more seasons of it. part of the reason it's so good is because they have their survivability factor, right? And when you have
Right.
powers, you're not just gonna get waxed by a fucking zombie and turn into a zombie. Do you know what I'm saying? The last people that should be zombies are the fucking heroes. And then like when Tony Stark is getting fucking turned, like get the fuck out of here. And then the zombies. So I don't have an issue with Tony Stark being turned into a zombie, right? I have an issue with a zombie being able to use his beams.
Yeah, but they do in the comics. So in the
Yeah.
Marvel zombies, they actually conscious. They use all of their weapon, all of their tech, all of their powers like normal. They just have an insatiable hunger for people, right? It's
I
actually
guess
called the hunger. They're not called zombies. They're
yeah.
well, they're
There
zombies,
you.
but
I mean,
it's called the hunger. They have this hunger, right?
I should
So
have prefaced this with I've never read any of the zombie shit.
well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's where there's a disconnect in from the Marvel Zombies comic run and then the What If Zombies, because the hardcore comic reader that read the Marvel Zombies series does not like this because it didn't match up to the comics. And then you have the folks who never read the comics. They're like, how the fuck are they using their powers? How are they doing all this stuff? How did they get infected? You know what I mean? So I think that the execution of this could have been better for this episode. But I think
it could have been a lot better. Like they didn't really even explain, right? So, and then part of it too is old girl who brings her fucking parents back, dodges it, and she's got fucking Spider-Man right with her. Right, the two people that are at the beginning of this are least affected. Do you know what I'm saying? And the rest of the Avengers get caught up in that shit. Like to me, it was just like, come on now. Now, mind you, she finally gets hers, and they were just disposing of them niggas like they don't have the ability to beat a zombie's ass.
Hey, but
like
listen,
that was so rough for me.
I get it. I took all of this with, like I do with all these episodes, I take it with a grain of salt because they're just getting 30 minutes to do these things. That's the main problem with a lot of these things and why people aren't connecting with these episodes is because they're only getting 30 minutes to try to connect with the whole episode of what they're trying to bring out of the what if, right? So this episode, I think if it was more, so I think actually if all of what if we would have scrapped all of what if and just gone with the Doctor Strange run, stretch that out a lot more, and then go into the zombie thing, get a whole series on that. I think this would have been a badass series.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. Right? Like, are you just changing it? And then the reason is why? Because the ability for the story behind that is cool as fuck.
Right.
Like that shit, that is dope as hell. But we're looking for is more evolved storylines, and you're leaving out. Even though I was hating on it, one of the coolest storylines is right. All right, you switch Captain America for the Thing. I didn't like the story at the time, but like I'd like to see what that bitch does in the future. After watching her crash through some fucking planes and shit, like she's kind of got me horny for her now.
Hey, I'm kind of scared, man. I don't know. I'm not up to that challenge, dude. So one of the best things that I liked from the zombie episode, and a lot, I don't know if a lot, but some people didn't like. There was a lot of humor. Oh, the humor. First of all, Happy Hogan. You know who Happy Hogan was, right? The episode that was Tony Stark's driver. John Favreau plays his voice, right?
Yeah. I thought they put John Favreau in there as the driver, right?
Yeah.
They just made him skinnier than he usually is.
yeah. John Favreau is Happy Hogan.
John Favreau losing weight. Yo, but that motherfucker is crushing it. Right? Like, let me fucking, I just want to pull up the movies this motherfucker made because I just remember him like, he was like in all the movies that, who's the dude that's in Wedding Crashers?
Wedding Crashers.
He was in Chef too?
Oh yeah, Chef was a great movie.
That was a fucking kick-ass movie. What the fuck does this dude do that's bad?
Dude, I didn't even. So Chef was showing on TV one time, and I didn't. I had no clue what I was watching. All of a sudden, I'm an hour into the movie. I'm like, this is a great movie.
So yeah, he was in Swingers. Old boy that's in Swingers with him. I'm trying to think. He's in Wedding Crashers and shit. Vince Vaughn. Like that's
Vince
where I
Vaughn. There we
remember
go.
him
Yeah.
from, right? Is him and Vince Vaughn just fucking going crazy and doing crazy shit. Yeah, this dude did Chef, which is a kick-ass movie. Mandalorian, one of my favorite series out right now.
Oh man,
He did
he's killing it with that. Yeah.
Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, Iron Man, Spider-Man Homecoming,
Yep. Yep.
Spider-Man All the Way from Home. Like the new series is fucking just
Yep.
ripping
Yep.
fucking shit
Yep.
apart.
Yep.
He was fucking he helped with Wolf of Wall Street, which is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's cool. That's awesome. So in this episode, when he has Tony Stark's hand gauntlet, he starts going bam, 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 bam. even as they're pulling him away and he's dying, he's like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, he's a kick-ass guy. Green
classic.
Street Hooligans he was part of as well.
I don't know
And
about
Green
that
Street Hooligans is a kick-ass movie.
Dude, I almost lost it at the end when they're getting away on the jet. Actually, I did lose it when the Wasp is all big and she grabs the plane and they burn away and she throws a zombie at him. He goes,
yo, I thought that dude fell off the plane, and I don't know if it's because I just seen an Afghanistan shit recently. Bro. I thought the zombie was hanging from one of the wheels and shit and just fell off.
Bro, with that
yeah.
zombie went,
but yeah, no, it was a garbage episode. And then Thanos at the end, him getting attacked too. Like, I don't see Thanos turning into a zombie, right? But I don't know how they turn into zombies, right? If they showed more of that, like, so what Doctor Strange did that was awesome is they showed all the ways that his girl died.
Yeah.
If you gave us quick 5 to 10 second clips of how the fucking kind of how they killed the heroes,
right,
of how the zombies turned fucking some of the greatest heroes, I would have been like, all right, fuck it. Like, there's nothing they could have did, but it's showing power is a huge part of showing heroes.
Yeah, there's a lot of plot holes because so Thor, how did they pierce Thor's skin? It's not easy like that. You know what I mean? Or even Iron Man, bro, when he's suited up, they can't get through his fucking. There's got to be something else that was turning them. I don't know, man.
Thor, you talked me into. I was fine with that. Like, after you told me, oh, he jumped in a syringe, went in the fucking bloodstream, jumped in his heart, and blew the fuck up.
Yeah,
I could see the same shit happening with Thor and be okay with it.
Or he was beating them to a pulp, and some of the oozing blood got in his mouth, and he fucking turned.
He was inside the arrow's tip, and then like as soon as the arrow went to pierce him, like the arrow didn't pierce the skin, but he's so small that even though it showed the arrow going through him, whatever, fuck that.
Even Scarlet Witch, like she's so fucking powerful. She could make a force field, and they could never ever like it doesn't make it. Some of the stuff there was plot holes on how they became zombified, but I don't know. I'm not gonna let that drop it down so much for me.
So that kind of ruined it for me too. Is right? They show her, like, yeah, that would have been badass, but Lord T'Challa still being alive, right?
Oh yeah, that's actually a reference from the comic.
Yeah, but it's Reed Richards. She hasn't eaten in a week, so she's super hungry. So how long has that nigga been there? That nigga's been laying there for a week with a cut leg. Like, what the fuck? That was just an issue.
Feeding him.
Yeah, like I get it that they're feeding them, but you're just keeping them alive. What are you doing? Like, I don't know. I just had an issue with it, and maybe they didn't explain enough. But if you have 30 minutes, you gotta fucking just be putting. It's kind of like just putting one-liners out or just bangers out nonstop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, to me, it was just fucking terrible episode. I'll give my tea bags right now. I'm gonna give it another 1 out of 5. Like, just so unenjoyable. It's just disgusting.
Oh man. So I gave it. I'm gonna give it a solid 3. Could have been better.
Like what? Like what did you like about it? Just tell me what you liked about it, right? Try and convince me. Like,
okay, so I like the humor. I did like the kind of eeriness of it. I know it wasn't horror enough for some people, but you got to remember that kids are watching this show. I did. There was a sense of eerie in some parts. I mean, it wasn't scary, but it had a nice little eerie feel.
So,
The
I
humor.
just want to go back to kids watching it. Get the fuck out. Yo, Disney may have ruined like Marvel, right? So kids are so into the best shows when I was a kid are the worst shows to watch as a kid, right? South Park was fucking ripping. Beavis and Butthead, Ren and Stimpy. What shows are you not allowed to watch? I want to watch them. Dragon Ball Z uncut, right? When I could get Dragon Ball Z at night on Toonami, the late night edition, where everybody's fucking bleeding out of their mouths. Yu Yu
Yeah.
Hakusho as well.
Well,
Um,
there was some bleeding. There was blood and stuff
well,
in
that's
this
what I'm
episode.
saying. Like, if you're gonna use that as an excuse, it's got to be legitimate.
Well,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Because they do other things that are inappropriate.
well,
But
all I'm saying is that they didn't take it to the extreme. You know what I mean? They could
mm,
have really like the comic run is extreme. You know what I mean?
and I
Uh,
will give you one on the comedy. Old Boy's Head was fucking just ripping it nonstop, and like that's my sense of humor and shit. I fucking enjoyed the fuck out of the comedy. Um,
Scott Lang
yo,
was
I'll
pretty
go.
funny.
Yeah, I'll go 1.2 tea bags for comedy. Uh, just for that scene right there. But outside of it, like too, like the zombie scene and like the drasticness of it, it just didn't feel right to even have that head there. And then him be clueless as fuck as soon as like T'Challa's right behind the curtain, like, oh, I didn't know he was there. How long have you been there as a head? Like, shut the fuck up, bro.
Well, yeah, but remember, he was zombified, so
And he
um,
was just cured recently.
he was cured. I don't know how he lost his head. I don't, they didn't explain that.
But to still not know
Vincent,
that motherfucker's, I guess he can't move, but it's still like
yeah,
there's like sensory receptors that like even basic people would be able to like fucking grasp, right? And this guy's
yeah,
a high level fucking thief, fucking super intelligent dude. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
know that something's odd, something else is going on, and like I'm not even trying to shit on their story writing, but it was just fucking bad. To give it 3 out of 5, right? That means you enjoyed it more than you didn't enjoy it.
I did. I enjoyed it more than I didn't.
Holy
I
fuck!
just, yeah, I did.
What do you give
Um,
Lion King?
no, well, Lion King is a 10 out of 5, dude.
Yeah,
Come
it's
on,
fucking that's too high.
Lion.
I mean,
Yeah,
5 of 5.
no way, no
But
way. Lion,
I'm like a 5 of 5 Lion King.
Lion King's off the charts,
Um,
man. Come on, there'll never be another.
I think
Um,
you're being too gracious to this episode.
hold on, bud, I lost you. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. Got you back. Nope, can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. I got you.
Yeah.
Got
No,
lost for a minute.
I was just talking about fucking God damn, I was just hype as shit for a second.
Listen, I liked a few things from the episode. I liked the I like the eeriness of it.
There
would
was
I
no
have been
eeriness to it though.
yeah, but from a standpoint of just what it is, there wasn't
There,
horror. There
I'm
wasn't horror.
telling you there wasn't. There was like so I'm just fucking using Lion King as a preface, right? Because we're with Disney now. When you went to the hyena's fucking lair, right? That
Okay.
was eeriness, right? That was some darkness, and it was done well so that kids could understand it and shit.
Yeah,
Mind you, they have a lot more time to do it, but it's only what an hour and 12 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. I don't remember how long fucking Lion King is,
something like
but
that.
they still did it in that small scene, and that took fucking 6 minutes at max. Um, I'm just saying eeriness wasn't there, right? Like I'll give you the comedy. Comedy was pretty solid, right?
Yeah,
The eeriness,
I mean,
fuck no. I don't think there's a
there
single
was
person that was like, what was it? What was
there
the
was there
scary
was
part?
there was a few moments. So right off rip, right at the beginning, when again not scary but eerie, right? Right off rip, when Bruce Banner, fucking slams into the sanctorium and he comes out and he fucking sees, it's weird. Right off rip, he already sees some shit's not right. Right? It's all
Mm-hmm.
gloomy. And then all of a sudden you see the magic circle and these figures come through, and he's like, "Hey guys, hey, yeah, all right." And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" That I thought that was, I thought that was a good sense of eerie doom.
No,
Obvious.
fuck no. But no, I'm just listening to you, but I
I mean,
disagree. And like even
and
you're
so,
laughing now, being like, "Was it
well,
eerie?" Ah, fuck. Okay, I was wrong.
well, actually, you're frozen on my screen, so oh, there we go. Now you're back. You were frozen in a funny position.
Uh,
Um, I don't know what happened, dude. Again, in the subway when it's all dark and they're coming behind Peter Parker while he's trying to slingshot the fucking the subway. They almost got his ass. You know what I mean? There was a couple parts when Scarlet Witch was waking up and Bucky's back there
so
snooping around.
I will give you like the Scarlet Witch, right? That was probably the most eerie, the most scary, the most fucking
Yeah,
up
she was
there with
creepy, bro.
it. But yeah, it just fucking it didn't hit for me at all.
And that's okay, but that's okay because obviously,
But for
and
you to give it a 3 of 5 hurts me too. Like, I don't know if there's very many people outside of children that would be like, yeah, that shit was a banger.
not about a banger, but it was above average for me.
Fucking Rick and Morty has a better episode for 15 minutes than that entire thing does
But
the whole time.
Rick and Morty is like that's they're pretty adult, man.
Oh
That's
yeah, that
different.
is true.
That's
Yo,
different.
if I had to, Marvel had some fucking shit. They have some of the worst movies I've ever seen animated, and I would rather watch them than watch this episode again.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. So I think that the 30 minutes was very detrimental to this episode. Like it I don't know if they should have done this episode. Just because I give it a 3 out of 5 doesn't mean that, you know.
No. Yeah, and I get it,
They
right? But you're always more generous than less generous. And what I'm
right.
trying to say is like a 3 of 5 is saying it's good, right? It's saying you recommend somebody to watch it, right? And I guess I would recommend like watch it for yourself, right? I always
Right.
recommend like don't listen to whatever the fuck I'm saying. Like watch it for yourself, and if you agree, like yeah, fucking it was pretty shit.
If they made a whole series out of zombies, what if zombies? I think that it would have been a lot better because again, they could have explained things. They could have expanded on some stuff.
And I
They
agree
could have,
with you, but you understand your constraints before you make this. You
yeah,
have
you're
what
right.
if. You can do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want to do for 30 minutes and you decide to make shit, right? There's one episode worth watching as far as I'm concerned, and that's the Doctor Strange episode because they did a good fucking job, right? But they understood their constraints. They made everything well in between. They gave you like a fucking big buildup, one fight scene pretty much. You know what I mean? And that was enough to make it a very competent episode, right? And I'm a dude that watches anime that builds and builds, and some episodes are worthless because all it is a building episode.
Yeah.
And I would give that 1 out of 5 as well, right? But there's some animes like Fully Cooley, that's 6 episode anime series, and they pack so much into them 6 episodes, they make every frame fucking count. And that's the issue I have with this, is that you don't have 30 episodes or 26 episodes to do some shit. You don't have 21 episodes to do something. You only have however many episodes you're going to make, and each one is a standalone episode. So if you're going to do 30 minutes, do a good 30 minutes, right? You could probably introduce the X-Men. Like, you couldn't even introduce all the X-Men, but you could introduce like
No,
3
yeah,
X-Men in an
yeah.
episode in 30 minutes, right? But before you make it, you got to think about it. Like, what could I do? Well, I could do Jubilee meets fucking I don't know, Cyclops, and they run into a bar when he's trying to save her, and for some reason, Wolverine's in that bitch, right?
Yeah.
But you can make a solid story in 30 minutes with that, where you can't do it when you're trying to do these expansive universes in 30 minutes. They're just trying to fucking, I feel like money grab is what it feels like. Oh,
I
what are
think I
the biggest hits that we had? Oh, Captain America was good. Let's turn him into a female. Let's get money off of that. What's the next episode we do? fuck, the Avengers are fucking kick ass. Let's just kill them all. Let's fucking bring Loki back. We have a movie about him. We want everybody to start watching that. Let's make them watch the Loki show. Because recommended in my feed right after I watch What If is Loki #1 overall. Yo, this is just a theory that I'm coming up with right now as I run through the episodes.
So I don't think you're far off. I think that it is a money grab, but I think at the same time, I think that these what ifs are going to tie into a lot of Marvel continuity, right, or MCU continuity right now. Like for example, that Doctor Strange episode, I would be surprised if it doesn't tie into Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness. I would be surprised.
With the Spider-Man?
No. No, Doctor Strange's movie that's coming out next year.
Oh shit, he's got a what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, dude. He's got a movie. He's got part 2 coming out next year, which Spider-Man is maybe the prequel to that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice in the zombie episode, Spider-Man was with Doctor Strange's cape most of the time, or not?
Yeah,
most of the time, but
so Doctor Strange's cape is the one that helped fucking Dr. Banner or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
He helped him in the beginning, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?" And then it was with Spider-Man, and then my big issue too was like, "Why the fuck are you wearing a suit if you're not gonna wear the mask, bro?" It bothered me for some reason. Like, all right, we'll get it. You're Spider-Man when you're shooting webs out and shit, and like dodging but whatever. That was just me. I don't know why I was so irritated by it either.
Another thing, so that the end of when the Avengers, that episode where the Avengers died, when Loki becomes president, bro, isn't there a president variant in the Loki show?
I didn't finish it.
Oh man, you didn't finish it?
No, they were shitting on me the other episode for not getting the last 3 episodes in. I only watched the first 3, and they were like, "You didn't even watch the show. If I had to recommend to anybody to watch the show, you got to watch the last 3." I kept falling asleep during the series, and then fucking. You thought it was good. That wasn't for me, right? Because I'm comparing it to. I literally just said this, that good story, good. I only have a certain amount of time a week, right? You only have a certain amount of time a week. Good writing is going to get me every fucking time, right? You got Ozark on television. You got fucking The Walking Dead on television. You got these HBO series, Netflix series. Like, I love superheroes and shit, but you have to be a good fucking series and captivating every time. Like Game of Thrones, I was hooked every fucking week, right? I will take Game of Thrones every time for how good they did things, even for that shitty last season. Because the entire series was so good and so much fun for me. I could bring family in. Like, I had so much fun with my friends just talking about it at work that I didn't give a fuck that they gave me a shitty last season. Like, who cares, right? Star Wars, like, you gave me the last 3 movies that were shitty, but Star Wars is still so good. And then you bring The Mandalorian back out, which Jon Favreau, unironically, helped fucking make. Right. And then I think they're canceling it after this 3rd season. And I was like, you motherfucker. That's one of my favorite new shows.
Well, chronologically, they're going to have to cancel it at some point because, you know, it won't make sense after a certain point. Like, where the fuck was he all of this time? Where, like, they got to come to a conclusion with The Mandalorian, at least for the show. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
They have to.
Right. Because, they don't have to because he's a fucking bounty hunter, right? He could do whatever he wants.
That's true, but so the rest of the series is going to be him just bounty hunting motherfuckers that are fodder because
it could be, and I'd probably watch the fuck out of it. Because it's fun, right? It's like an old Western show that they used to do back in the day in the 50s. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
Are you not entertained by the gear that he uses and like how he sets traps and shit?
But eventually, eventually there's going to be a problem with continuity because, again, you know, where was he during this whole, you know, the whole Disney trilogy? And there's a time skip from there. There's how many years between, because Mandalorian first season takes place like 5 years after episode 6.
Mm.
So
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just
Yeah,
agreeing. Okay.
no, it does. It's like 5 years after episode 6 takes place, and then what's happening now is happening within the span of, I don't know, maybe a year or two or whatever they decide to do. What
But
are
he
you going
kind
to
of,
do from there
because you
until
brought Ahsoka into it, right? And that Ahsoka show is gonna be
right?
fucking badass as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah, it's going to be
Um,
ridiculous. Ahsoka, and then
and
the Book of Boba Fett too. Book of Boba Fett is coming out.
yeah,
So
it's fucking they're ready
I,
to rip on that.
I think they're gonna start mixing all these shows. Just they're gonna mix Mandalorian with Book of Boba Fett with Ahsoka. Luke Skywalker is gonna be involved. They're even doing an Obi-Wan show. So
And
there's a lot
they're
going on.
doing the old version of them, right?
Yeah, they are. They are. They're
And
gonna
why
take
would
it
they
back.
do Obi-Wan was dope, right? But if I had a show that I could do, it'd be Baby Darth Vader.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Darth Vader as soon as he's fucking formed.
Oh,
Running
okay,
around,
right
being
after
like a
episode
shitty
3.
fucking being like a shitty fucking
Yeah.
sergeant, right? Working with like 3 dudes, and he's like, "Hey guys, we gotta go conquer a ship today. They got me
Dude,
fucking on duty, like standing
did you
post and shit."
did you
Like,
read his did you read his comic run?
no, but I
Oh my
was
god.
I was reading fan theories and watching fan theory videos, and they had so much fun with it. And they were like, "Yo, he is a dark motherfucker."
He
Like the
is,
shit they
dude.
showed in the movies was like nothing compared to how dark this nigga is. And I was like,
It's true, bro. The comic
yeah.
run. I didn't read all of it. I catch bits here and there. Dude, he's fucked up, bro. He's fucked up.
Yo, but
He
like,
does.
so, and that's kind of where I'm getting at, right? Is that how much more fun are so many other stories to where having to sit down and watch this every week is not fun for me, right? I'm doing it
That's
because
fair.
I'm doing
That's
it
fair.
because you guys are like, yeah, let's jump on this. I'm a huge fan of animation. I'm a huge fan of good storytelling. But to me, there's one episode, right, which I would fucking recommend to everyone in the world. Like, go watch that Doctor Strange episode and What If. Don't waste your time with the rest of it. I would say you don't even have to watch any of the rest of it. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do like what doesn't waste your time because we all got full fucking lives and you can still sit down and enjoy it.
I think the Captain Carter episode was worth watching as well.
I'd give you that, right? I didn't enjoy it, but there were some cool fucking moments, like the Iron Man and Captain Carter combination,
Yeah,
old school
yeah,
Iron Man.
yeah.
That shit was fun as hell. And then like even her just beating the fuck out of people, and then how it ties into the Doctor Strange episode with the tentacles, like yeah, that's a nice combo. I'd agree with you. I'd give you that, but don't
Yeah.
waste your episode. Would you fucking recommend the other episodes too?
Probably not. Probably not. They're not. It's not necessary. The zombie episode I would recommend just purely for the fun factor out of it. Just hey, watch this episode. If you like it, cool. If you don't, whatever.
Yeah, and
But the other ones are.
I would recommend dog shit if you were starving to death. But that's where I stand on that. You trying to do this trailer for this movie?
Which one? What's that? The Matrix?
Yeah, so we're supposed to watch this trailer. Have you seen it yet?
I saw the teaser trailer that came out. It was very vague. There was not much there.
Let me fucking I'm gonna try and pull this up real quick. So this was our goal, right? We were supposed to give that zombie episode a review, and we're supposed to run through this trailer.
It's like a full blown trailer.
Oh yeah. They just put it out. I'm gonna just run it from my TV.
Did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
You can't mirror it on the screen here.
Yeah, I'm using my cell phone.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm pulling it up on my TV though. It should be nice.
All right.
This way you get the volume and everything like that. I don't have my sound bar set up, but I mean, you're only getting that fucking the Resurrection trailer. Keanu Reeves, yo, he can't fucking movie up right now, bro. I don't even have to see this trailer to know I'm good.
He doesn't age.
IGN, Keanu Reeves official trailer. I'm gonna turn this shit around and then let me know if you can hear it.
Yeah.
That's a Chromebook with built-in virus protection.
Oh shit, I can't zoom in on that bitch.
With no more of this.
Just move closer.
Switch to built-in virus protection. Switch to Chromebook.
Yeah, them fucking feeds at the bottom.
Thomas, you seem particularly triggered right now. Can you tell me what happened?
Hey, lower it a little bit.
You said lower it a little bit?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Like crazy. We don't use that word in here.
Hey, lower it a little bit more.
God damn, I don't know if it's fucking
Hi.
hold up 1 second.
Wait a minute.
Shit's loud as fuck, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Makes you sore, and the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. The last Alice, when she's 10 feet tall.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Is that Morpheus?
Feel the truth, yeah.
Wait, are they redoing it?
I don't think so. This is Resurrection. This is because Trinity was there.
I know it's why you're still fighting and why you will never give up. You don't know me. No?
Oh. Oh, he's strong as fuck.
I mean, I'm just thinking John Wick with the Matrix in it right now.
I mean, yeah.
After all these years, to be going back to where it all started. Back to the Matrix.
Yeah, I mean,
Yo. I mean, that was a dope ass trailer.
I don't know. I gotta watch the original Matrixes again and just see where I stood with it. I have no clue what the fuck that even means. Any of
I
that.
think that trailer was awesome.
Logan 2, get the fuck out. Don't you lie to me.
No, man, they're lying.
I can't be fucking around with this shit.
They're lying.
You know how the people on the internet are. You click one trailer, and then people make these fan-made trailers, and then you'll be looking for the fucking movie to come out and be waiting for it. And 5 years later, like some fucking studio will announce that it's coming out in 6 years, and you'll be like, right? But what they did is they looked at like the fan hype for this shit, and they're like, all right, we can make money off that. Let's fuck it up real quick.
Exactly.
God damn.
So that Matrix trailer was pretty dope, actually. It's not a remake. It looks like they're going directly from the end of part 3, and because Trinity's like, do I know you? and they have obviously they have this affinity to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, and he's taking the blue. You see the pills that he's taking? That's the blue pill.
Yeah, seen all the blue pills and shit there.
So maybe they need to keep giving him blue pill because he's so fucking powerful.
And if he fucking takes the red pill, he just fucking annihilates everything.
And that dude that looks like Morpheus. I mean, he might be Morpheus still, but in a different body. That
Yeah,
could be.
you got it right. How the fuck else are you gonna bring?
I don't know,
Morpheus?
man.
Yeah, I have no clue.
I gotta watch the trailer again.
I'll be honest. I gotta watch the originals, and then as soon as I finish the originals again, because the only one I've ever seen was the first one, and that was it.
Oh my god!
I watched the first one, and then
You're
I
killing
watched I watched pieces of the second one. I was just like, all right, whatever. And then I did watch the ending of the third one. Or where the fuck is it? The second one? He's fighting Mr. Smith, and there's like
that's the
100 million of them,
That's the third one, dude. That's when they went.
and he was just fucking them up.
Yeah, that was the third one when there was like they were Dragon Ball Z. Fucking
Yeah, that shit was dope as fuck. But
yeah,
at the same time, when the Matrix was out, like I don't remember if I seen it or not because there were so many AMVs about everything, right?
Yeah.
So you got Gohan fighting Frieza AMV, and then the Matrix is right there with the AMVs and shit. And I'm like, I don't know if I've seen all three or not. Because I've seen Lord of the Rings. The issue is I haven't watched the Matrix a million times. Because that's a hard sit through. I'm gonna be real. For that long.
I thought the Matrix was part 1, 2, and 3. They were all individually really, really good in their own ways. So
let me see when the Matrix came out in.
Shit, that was late 90s, the first one, right? That was like 99 or something like that. 98.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up right now. $19.99. Jesus.
Yeah, 99.
Christ.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and you had to have the movies, right? And my parents never scooped that shit up. The only way I would have seen it is through an AMV. And then it was on HBO as well. It would always play on HBO with like fucking a million other movies.
It's on HBO Max right now, I think.
Yeah, I'll jump on that shit. I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, this is a movie I wouldn't mind paying for to go to the movies and see though.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks real good. Well, the trailer looks really good. They can't mess it up. It's the same writers. They're using the same formula. They can't mess it up. They just can't. And apparently they've been. I believe that this has been in the works for a while. So they've been writing this thing for a long time already.
Yo, so people shit on Matrix Revolutions.
That's part 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Reloaded and Revolutions came out in the same year.
Yeah, they did back to back.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So people gave it 88 to the 1999, the original Matrix, right? That's the one I seen. I guess they were so far apart, I wasn't interested after a while. And then at this time, I'm into anime pretty heavy too. So like the only shit I'm doing is legally downloading anime and watching that. Matrix Reloaded, 73%, still fucking good. And
I saw Matrix in the movie theater.
Yeah, the Revolutions was just fucking. Everybody hated it for some reason. And I said it was just heavy special effects. The audience fucking loved it. Okay, that's the critics being cocksuckers.
Yeah, it's critics. You got to take with a grain of salt.
All right, whatever. Fucking the audience.
I don't ever listen to critics.
Oh, I don't anymore. Especially after some of the shit they came out with.
Yeah.
Like they were like Battle Angel Alita was fucking trash, and I was like, nigga, I liked it.
There's a lot of movies, man. I take all that shit with a grain of salt, bro.
I think what was another one I don't think they liked too much that I fucking enjoyed quite a bit? Shazam. They almost like not go see Shazam. And I was like, that shit was so fun. And I've seen it with my kid too.
Shazam was awesome.
Oh no, they gave it a fucking kick-ass score, 90. 82. What was the movie that I seen that they just obliterated, but I fucking loved? All right, whatever. They fucking shit on a bunch of critics. That's what they do. I mean, I just shit on all of What If except for one episode. So
Yeah, I mean, shit. It is what it is.
all right, man.
All right.
It's 11:19. We've been going for an hour and 20 minutes. That's quite lengthy.
No shit. Wow. Yeah, bro.
Is there anything else? Or I guess it's an hour, right? You didn't hop on till 15, 16. Same here.
Yeah, yeah. About that.
Anything you got to add to end this thing
No.
up, to wrap it up?
No, I think we hit all the bases in.
All right. Hey guys, I hope you enjoy this episode this week. The main man should be back from death tomorrow.
Hopefully.
If not, we'll be giving you a review sometime next week. Peace out.
Sounds